Yaksha Siddhir Bhavati Tadrish. It means whatever are one's thoughts, who will be the outcome. Clean environment brings clean thought. Cleanliness is a mark of self-respect. Ancient travelers like Megasthenes in the 4th century BC, Sahyan in the 5th century AD, and Huenshan in the 7th century AD, when they came to India, have written about the efficient administrative system with planned settlements and good urban infrastructure. What has gone wrong with us now? Why can't we keep our environment free of filth? The Prime Minister's call to honor the memory of Mahatma Gandhi on his 150th birth anniversary by making India a clean country by 2019 is commendable. But it can be achieved only if each Indian converts this into a national mission. Every road, every path, every office, every home, every heart, every river, every stream, every particle in the air around us can be kept clean if we but care just a little. We must nurture nature so that nature continues to nurture us. My fellow citizens, though an ancient civilization, India is a modern nation with modern dreams. Intolerance and violence is a betrayal of the letter and spirit of democracy. Those who believe in the poison drip of inflammatory provocation do not understand India's values or even its present political impulses. Indians know that progress, economic or social, is difficult without peace. This may be the appropriate moment to recall the great Shivaji's letter to Aurangzeb. When the latter imposed jizya, Shivaji told the emperor that Shah Jahan, Jahangir and Akbar could also have levied this tax, but they did not give place to bigotry in their hearts, as they considered all men, high and low, created by God to be examples of the nature of diverse creeds and temperaments. The 17th century epistle of Shivaji carries a message which is universal. It must become a living testament that guides our behavior today. We can least afford to forget this message at a time when an increasingly turbulent international environment has sparked off rising dangers in our region and beyond, some clearly visible and some crawling out of the debris of unprecedented turmoil across parts of Asia and Africa. Attempts are being made by radical militias to redraw the maps of nations to create a geography for theocratic ideology. India will feel the heat of blowback, particularly as it represents the values that reject extremism in all its manifestations. India is a beacon of democracy, equilibrium, inter and intra-faith harmony. We must defend our secular fabric with vigor. Our security and foreign policy must combine the steel of strength with the velvet of diplomacy, even as we persuade the like-minded as well as the hesitant to recognize the substantial dangers that breed within indifference. Fellow citizens, our Constitution is a consequence of our democratic culture, which reflects our ancient values. It pains me to note that this great national asset is becoming increasingly vulnerable to that itself. Our right to freedom continues to flourish, and may that always be the case. But what about our duty to the people? I sometimes wonder, has our democracy become too noisy? Have we lost the art of contemplation and calm thinking? Is it not the time to restore the grandeur and glory of our
Web connectivity, poor web connectivity, internet connectivity at Port Blair, Andaman Nicobar Islands.
Should not Parliament again become the great hall of somber thought and well-debated legislation? Should not our courts of law become temples of justice? These calls for collective action by all the stakeholders. A nation is very young at 68. India has the will, energy, intellect to claim the 21st century. The mission to win the battle of freedom from poverty is said. The journey will seem formidable only to those without conviction. As an old saying goes, Siddhir Bhavati Karmaja, which means success is born of action. Now is the time for action. Jai Hind.
प्यारे देशवासियों, हमारी स्वतंत्रता की 67वीं वर्षगांठ की पूर्व संध्या पर मैं आपका और दुनिया भर में सभी भारतवासियों का हार्दिक अभिनंदन करता हूं। मैं हमारी सशस्त्र सेनाओं, अर्धसैनिक बलों तथा आंतरिक सुरक्षा बलों के सदस्यों को विशेष बधाई देता हूं। हाल ही में ग्लासगो में संपन्न राष्ट्रमंडल खेलों में भाग लेने वाले और सम्मान पाने वाले सभी खिलाड़ियों को भी मैं बधाई देता हूँ। मित्रों, स्वतंत्रता एक उत्सव है, आजादी एक चुनौती है। आजादी के 68वें वर्ष में हमने 3 दशकों के बाद एक उल्लेखनीय शांतिपूर्ण मतदान प्रक्रिया के द्वारा एक दल के लिए स्पष्ट बहुमत सहित एक स्थिर सरकार को चुनते हुए अपनी व्यक्तिगत तथा सामूहिक स्वतंत्रता की शक्ति को पुनः व्यक्त किया है। मतदाताओं द्वारा डाले जाने वाले मतों की संख्या पिछले चुनावों के 58% की तुलना में बढ़कर 66% हो जाना
Poor net connectivity at Port Blair, Andaman Nicobar Islands.
इस उपलब्धि ने हम नीतियों, परिपाटियों तथा प्रणालियों में सुधार करते हुए शासन की चुनौतियों का मुकाबला करने का अवसर प्रदान किया है, जिससे हमारी जनता की व्यापक आकांक्षाओं को परिकल्पना, समर्पण, ईमानदारी, गति तथा प्रशासनिक क्षमता के साथ पूर्ण किया जा सके। शिथिल मस्तिष्क गतिविहीन प्रणालियों का सृजन करते हैं जो विकास के लिए अड़चन बन जाती हैं। भारत को शासन में ऐसे रचनात्मक चिंतन की जरूरत है जो त्वरित गति से विकास में सहयोग दे तथा सामाजिक सौहार्द का भरोसा दिलाए। राष्ट्र को पक्षपातपूर्ण उद्वेगों से ऊपर रखना होगा। जनता सबसे पहले है। मित्रों, लोकतंत्र में जनता के कल्याण हेतु हमारे आर्थिक एवं सामाजिक संसाधनों के दक्षतापूर्ण एवं कारगर के लिए शक्तियों का प्रयोग सुशासन कहलाता है। इस शक्ति का प्रयोग राज्य की संस्थाओं के माध्यम से संविधान के ढांचे के तहत किया जाना होता है। समय के बीतने तथा परितंत्र में बदलाव के साथ कुछ विस्तृत सामने आती हैं।